Hey Libra, it's Viv from Wisdom Released and welcome to your monthly tarot reading for July 2018. I'm using Los Carabello Tarot for those of you who are interested in the decks that I use. I have pre-shuffled and I'm going to be pulling 7 cards, so there'll be 3 at the top, 1 in the middle and 3 at the bottom, and I'll explain a bit more about that as I go along. While I was shuffling, there was something that came up about travel and picking up infections while you were travelling. I kind of saw a mask, like a doctor's mask, you know. So particularly if you're travelling on aeroplanes, they can just be you can pick up colds and chest infections and all sorts of stuff, can't you? And the change of temperatures as well. So just bear in mind, look after yourself if you've got any travel planned over the coming month. Okay, let me cut the deck and then draw the cards. So the first card is in your past position is the 5 of Wands. The second card, which is how you see yourself, how you saw yourself in that position, which is the Knave of Wands. The third card is what you learned from that, which is the 2 of Pentacles. The fourth card is your situation now. The fifth card is new influences about to enter your life, and the sixth card is how those influences will affect you. And the seventh card is the outcome for the month. Interesting that I was saying about travel, because there is the possibility of travel here in the spread, because the final card is the Moon card, and I'll come to it later on. But I tend to think of this crab here starting on a journey, but I'll come to that a bit later on. We'll see more about that at the end of the reading. Okay, what's in your past position? The card in your past position is the 5 of Wands, and it would appear that there has been conflict in your life, but not overly serious. It's more sort of really irritating, annoying stuff. Nothing that would cause a split or a breakup or a proper sort of falling out. But there does appear to have been crosswords that's really quite fiery, that may well have been upsetting. This could be sort of internal conflict with yourself. But there are 2 people here, so it may be people around you and you're involved. And there's some finger pointing going on. There's some things being said. Hot tempers. This wand, or these 3 wands in the middle here, they look like a really big match to me. Like somebody's struck a match and it's on fire, and really, it kind of flames really hot, doesn't it? But it's the sort of thing that that goes out really quickly. It's not like a long lasting burn. It's not a long lasting dispute. Something that sort of comes and goes, but is still irritating and annoying nonetheless. This, I'm just drawn to sort of in the heart of this flame here. I'm drawn to an oval loop, and I'm just wondering whether you've had looped thinking about this conflict, something that's been going on and around in your head for a while. How you saw yourself at this time is represented by the Knave of Wands. And this sort of, to me, this is kind of like the upside down of the 5 of Wands there. I don't know if you can see that properly. So it looks like you've how you see yourself. It's kind of like turning this conflict on its head. This card normally represents enthusiasm, even though you don't feel prepared, but because of this sort of repetition of the imagery in the cards here, it does seem like you've turned this situation on its head just to get over and get on and move on and move ahead. So how you see yourself, how you've seen yourself, is with an ability to flip things around to your advantage and to move on. What you've learned from the situation is about the dangers, I think, of making comparisons, insecurities and disappointments and upset can arise very easily when people are making comparisons, when they're comparing themselves to others, or whether comparing their situation to another situation, or perhaps it's they have an idea of the situation they want to be in, and they're looking at their own situation and just feeling dissatisfied with it. But making comparisons like that really gets us nowhere, and making these comparisons can be the source of further insecure thinking, and we just get into it. It's just like a never-ending loop, which is sort of represented by the snake eating its own tail here. It's just never-ending, and this is what you've learned. I think this is what you've learned to move away from, to flip it on its head, and progress rather than getting caught in this never-ending cycle. Consequently, where you are now, your current situation is one of surprise, surprise, Libra, one of balance. The Queen of Cups here is perfectly poised on her in the centre of the lily there. She's in harmony with her surroundings. Animals and birds are they're comfortable to be close to her. And there's a serenity about this card. There's a compassion, a nurturing energy, but most of all there's a feeling of calm and balance at the moment. So it's in quite a contrast to this fiery whatever's been going on in the past there, that right now there's a much more of a feeling of harmony and balance. What's coming towards you, so new influences about to enter your life, is a sense of flow and abundance. I'm drawn to the apple that this lady is holding in her hand here, and I'm thinking that an offer is coming your way, that a tempting offer, some kind of tempting proposal is coming your way while you are in this flow. It could be that something is coming back around, because this card very often can be connected to things from your past coming back again. Possibly an idea that you had previously that never went anywhere that resurfaces and turns into a tempting opportunity. Maybe a person that you've met. It may be an opportunity, a tempting opportunity to settle things if there's been conflict, and to extend this feeling of balance to those in your environment as well, and to help smooth the waters, to help smooth things out, and not only create a sense of balance for yourself, but create a sense of balance in the environment. So that's coming towards you. How that coming towards you will affect you is, I think you'll see that there's an opportunity to create something new, and this opportunity is very potent. There's lots of passion, there's lots of fiery potential there's lots of potential for expansion and growth and creativity. And so this is how it will affect you. I think you'll see the opportunity, you'll seize the opportunity, like this hand is really grasping the wand here, and you'll really run with it. The outcome, though, is a little less clear, because the outcome is the moon, and so the outcome is a little bit uncertain. It's like the crab, as I was saying here, is about to make a journey, but it's a little bit unsure because it's under the auspices of a full moon. The crab has to travel between these two dogs that are howling and barking at the moon. So there's a sense of, I think there's a sense of wondering whether you're a bit barking mad or the people around you are barking mad. The phrase that comes to mind is, you don't have to be mad to work here, but it helps. So maybe you're questioning the validity of this new start and this offer that's coming towards you, or maybe you're just uncertain about the outcome. So the outcome in July is not that clear as yet. So how you proceed, I think there's enough clarity in the situation for you to make your first steps forward, but my feeling is that the situation is not going to be entirely resolved by the end of July. The start of the resolution is definitely there, but the final is not as yet. So there we go, Libra. I hope that's been useful. Those are the messages for July. I hope they've resonated with you. Thank you for joining me on the channel. I really appreciate you watching these videos, and thank you very much for subscribing and for sharing if you felt so moved to do that. It's really great to have you here. I'm recording videos for daily messages, weekly and monthly at the moment, so I hope you'll come back and join me for those. And until the next time, thank you very much and take care.